Artist Trading Cards, also known as ATCs, Part 2. This stream, we are starting off making a simple one and then going into more layering techniques. Good morning. Once again, some fun technical difficulties. Hopefully some of you guys are jumping in now and this doesn't continue throughout the rest of the stream. Let's hope.
Where's the wood? Knock, knock.
Knock, knock on the wood. Okay.
All right.
P.
Patricia.
I am Mariah, the M. Together we are PM Artist Studio. All right. So, like I said, we're just going to start out here. If you are here and you want to let us know in the chat. And then I'm going to go ahead and just go to my top view. We might pop in and out. I don't know how much you guys want to see my face. I'm going to turn the camera a little bit. P's going to go over to her station. We're going to do it a little bit differently than last week. Oh, good morning, Becky. I'm so glad you're here. Just going to give you a warning. The laptop is not acting nicely today, so it may freeze. If it does that, I'm just going to kind of probably call it because I don't know how to get... Well, I mean, we could restart the stream, but I don't know. We'll worry about that. We'll figure it out. But I'm going to go top view here. There we go. And my lighting seems to have changed a little bit as well. That's always fun. Boy, it's always good stuff, fun things. Oh, hello, Kim. You're new. Good morning. We're just starting off here a few minutes late just because the laptop froze up and our stream was not going. So hopefully we have remedied that situation and we will stay live. What is it? What's the thing?
Is that my friend Kim Polton?
It is.
Hi, Kim.
Here you want? Well, I was gonna say I can show you P's hands.
I can stick my head into that would not be an.
There's P's hands. Look at our new little fancy stuff. That might be causing some of our issue, but I don't really think that's it because all of our little fancy.
Oh, the new intro and everything.
Yeah, see? There it is. Look at that.
Wow.
Yeah, look at that. Oh, Kim says hello to you. All right, well, like I said, we're just going to start off. One of the things last week where people were like, are you actually going to make like one start to finish? Yes, I'm going to do that this week. And just to kind of start off and say,
I'm going to try to do that.
Yeah. One of the difficulties is that, for you more experienced mixed media artists, you will understand this. That, the layering takes time. You have to let things dry and do all of that. But certainly we have even made some more, just more simple cards. Not going crazy. I did a little demo or a example last night. Gonna make one from the exact same papers, so you can see that that's what it did, how I kind of created that. Back there, you can see, this was the back part. I was trying to use one that, I always struggle about, what I'm going to cover up on the back side. I know a lot of people just kind of do a very, very simple background, but, it's PM Artist Studio. We always step it up a bit. Certainly try to, that's the goal. But look at this lovely, these are the catch papers.
From last week.
From last week. And then it had a little run-in with the water.
That was, I set my water jug down on top of a baby wipe.
Yeah. I tell you what, those baby wipes, you gotta watch out where you place those.
But you can look at what lovely techniques you get.
Yeah. So I think I want to use, maybe this is the back and this is the front, or maybe I just do front and back and run my, I don't know, which side do you think is, here, we'll use she's got it locked in here. I don't know. Caught up on things. Look at that, that's a puzzle. I got it. Okay. It's going to be embarrassing if I didn't.
No, I'm not loving that.
No?
No, I think that's better.
Okay.
I really do.
So is that front or back? What are you feeling? I feel like this is back.
Well, I really like that strong shape there. I
mean, that's kind of how I went with, see that one?
Yeah.
Or it could be this.
I like that too.
And then scoot that over a bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and this
because
is back.
then you're picking up all the different colors.
Okay, I'm going with this front, that back. All right, so once again, using the little piece. Isn't that gorgeous? It's just so much fun. Thanks, Becky. Yeah, these catch papers were like just a real pleasant surprise. It was like, ooh, that's some good
we do
stuff.
have a few of those. If anyone has any specific ones they would like, we'd be happy to hook you up.
Or we'll make the ATC and send it to you if you want. Now, I do plan on, before I kind of get started on making the more simple one, I'm probably going to pass this over to P at some point, if she does plan on doing any, do you plan on doing any modeling paste or anything?
Oh, I certainly can. I'm set up for it.
Okay, because I would like to say that, like the next level to this would be adding a bit of texture, because that's really what we're in, that's what we're into here lately, so that would be one way to kind of just take that simple card, that simple ATC, to the next level. Too many good choices. Yes, indeed. That is sometimes the struggle around here. Alright. One of the easiest ways to make ATCs that we have found is using playing cards. So it works for two things. Like if you're doing any of those deck challenge, full deck challenge things, that works out really, really well. Our friend Felicia sent us these. They are straight from Louisiana. It's funny because they're from the casino because it has the little nipped edge.
Is that right?
Yeah. So they sell the cards at the casino, but they have to let you know that they've been like used cards. So they nip the corner. So I thought that was pretty cool too. Like nifty little story plus, nifty look gun. You gotta sand these things down unless, they're older cards, then a lot of the finish has already been rubbed off. But these are fairly newish and quite sleek, so we're just gonna give it a good little kind of sand down. I don't need the roughest stuff, but this is a bit soft. I mean, you gotta...
Well, that's the problem. I either have, ripping your skin off, or...
Yeah, I don't need to add texture.
Slightly buffing.
Yeah, I don't need to...
Yeah, we don't have anything in between. That's kind of how we roll. It's an either or.
It's an either or, yeah.
Alright, I think I'm all ready to do
what you need to do.
What you want me to do.
Okay.
I think. Yeah.
Well, that'll be, if you'll do that, step one, right, when I'm done with this, or maybe while I'm sort of letting this, one of the things I like to do is in between doing one side to the other is put it under the cutting board so it flattens it out. Like this one actually spent all night underneath the cutting board. But it just helps keep that glued down layer nice and smooth. I like this. I did some other cards that you'll be seeing this next week for a collab and swap of ATCs. And what's nifty is if you do want some of it to show through, doing the napkin, our blotter cloth. That's mainly what we use. We don't have any fancy napkins, although we're looking into something. If I can ever get an answer. But I'm gonna sort of take the logo off in case it shows through. But I like the pattern on this card, so I'm going to keep that. Get our fluffy bits out of the way, wipe that down just a bit. And there we go. Alright, so we decided this was going to be our front, but we wanted to run kind of this away. One of the things that I like to do, this is a quick little tip that works pretty nice. If you do have a white edge and you don't want that to show up, and you're kind of working from one side to the other, because I'm going to have to, turn this over and put it down. I still want to have a little bit of an edge because I like to trim that off versus trying to line it up. I can tell you, P spent an entire evening. I was very frustrated. I'm like, oh no, you're doing it way wrong. Like, that's the hard way.
And I'm like, well, who didn't tell me this?
Yeah, who knew she didn't know?
Who knew? I didn't know something. Is she with us today?
Cookie Wookie just joined us. Hello, Cookie Wookie.
I think it's Mo.
Is it Mo?
Mo?
Sorry,
Mo.
I know we went through all of this before, and I promise I will do my best to remember next time.
Well, when you're multitasking, sometimes it's really difficult.
Well, and I'm a little flustered after our
crashing situation.
Yeah, this laptop makes me crazy. Crazy.
We need a new one, but we can't afford it right now. We have to get more sales.
More sales.
More sales.
So, that's looking pretty good. And this will let us know, I didn't want to, again, don't cut out prior to.
And it really helps if the glue's dry, too.
Yeah, I'm moving in a little fast, but again, I wanted to, prove to Christy. I don't know if she's in here yet. I think she was up late last night, so I don't know if she's going to join us today or not. But I'm going to prove that a card can be made during a live stream. It's just, like I said, not going to be a super complex one. But who knows, we might. Like I said, I'm going to pass the one that I did last night. And actually, I could even pass this one over, I think. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that, so with this catch paper, it has tons of the spray inks on it. So, whatever you put on it is going to probably reactivate at least some of that.
And we're sort of hoping for that when
yes.
I put the modeling
that's actually kind of one of the things I am hoping for. And it also depends on which modeling placed. It's been kind of funny, like the other day when we did those flowers, we were hoping, Felicia! Did you recognize, look, the cards.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, here, P wants me to, hold on 1 second. Let's go over to P.
show you this, what I did.
Look at what P did.
Does this look familiar?
So this is stuff that Felicia sent us in Happy Mail. The cards, and she sent us some of that
sewed the strips together.
Kind of Frankenstein-y.
But it makes the most marvelous texture.
I was thinking about this, that we are sort of, you know how they say mad scientists? We're like mad artists. The way we mix things and sew things and,
I do.
It's
and
never...
I like to fix things rather than adding them to the...
Yeah, sometimes she doesn't know when to let go.
Well, I really don't. But if you have your druthers, what would you rather have? I'm sure that eventually a lot of the stuff that I have will end up in a landfill.
Who knows?
We really have only one child that would even be interested.
She's a little hoarder herself.
Yeah, and she has her own.
Yeah, her own issues.
I don't know that you have room for mine.
Alright, so we decided on kind of keeping a little bit of the darker brown spot and then this area, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Just for composition.
Now I have to, this is also key. You want to sort of think about, alright, what's going to be top and bottom? Where am I going to end up putting the little name taggy thing? It doesn't, I don't have to put it, top, bottom, or middle. I have done them all different ways. And then, even some of them I've done the little flippy panel thing. But I think with these, because they're just kind of catch paper, I'm going to just glue them on directly. But I'm kind of liking that. And this is going to be sort of the bottom part. And I like this as the bottom. Don't you? Where the lighter part is at the top.
Yes.
I might even come in and fill that in a little.
I was going to say, white. You need to try some of our new...
I will. Let me get the pieces down.
Okay.
I'm staying on task. You are not going to distract me.
Excellent. I just remembered something I want to drag over.
She still said
I love this because I can kind of...
She can fart around.
I haven't used my new stamp.
I love these cards, Felicia. I was just saying that I think that they were from the casino. Well, obviously, I mean, they say that they're from the casino, but they were actually used at the casino because they nipped the edge. And it's a cool little story. And then you kind of also know that it was started out as a playing card.
Yeah.
Okay, see, I almost made a bad decision there. Okay. About gluing things down. I haven't had enough coffee. We have new coffee that I don't like. Tastes weird. We've decided that it's either a bad batch or a weird brand. I was like, it's not right. This coffee.
We'll have to discuss this with Mr.
Yeah. Oh, Christy, she's here. You are late. I was saying you were up a little bit late.
We talked about
look
you
at
while
this.
you weren't here.
Yeah, we did. I am almost done making front and back of an ATC. And we're not even 16 minutes in. Some of that was me just complaining about the fact that, hey, by the way, the laptop's not happy. And
yeah.
It might crash on us. I really hope it doesn't.
Now, while you're cutting and futzing there, can we talk about what kind of stencil you're envisioning here?
I want to do like what we did the other day with that little edge, perhaps.
Oh.
I liked that. I thought it was cool. Look at that. So I'm going to give this a minute underneath like the cutting board, like I said. And then I'm going to hand this over to P because it looks like she's about ready to do a bit of the paste on this. So I'm going to flip you over there to her. There she is. I'm going to pass that through. Here you go.
Okay. Oh, you want a little bit on this one. You wanted it a diagonal?
No, I don't think I like that. I like that. I liked how that was. Okay, she's going to do whatever she wants to do anyway.
I'm not. That's so rude. I want you to appreciate this very fine stencil here. It's made out of a file folder, and it just keeps getting, the little spaces just keep getting smaller because I can't really take it to the sink and wash it because it's paper, obviously. So I'm going to
Oh, hi, Keely. Is it Keely? Kylie? I'm so glad you're here. I don't know. I can't remember if I showed you Kylie's video the other day, but it was really great. She had such awesome texture going on.
Oh.
I remember me talking about it.
Yes.
Yeah. I can't remember if I sent it to her. I need to.
You need to send it. Now, what I want to talk about, too, is I'm running this across here.
I don't know if she's doing it the way I want her to.
I am. I'm doing it exactly the way you wanted it. I read your mind. But the reason you want a stencil with a little bit of stuff sticking out there is because it's really nice to stop and start on the outside rather than the middle of your stencil. Because that's where you run into problems when you're... Okay, now I got a little spot there, which I'm going to very quickly...
Oh, hello. Is it Maha? Kazaz. I like that name. Maha Kazaz. Or maybe that's her handle. I don't know. Let us know in the chat.
Yes, it's beautiful. Okay, there it is. Can you see it? Can you see it?
Can you see it? Can you see it? And hopefully, we'll put that off to the side. And then by maybe the end of the video, hopefully it has pulled some of the color up. And so it's really that simple. Let me switch back over to me. P's going to clean her stencil. And then I will show you guys a little bit more detail on what's going on there. Oh, thanks, Kim. She says we're refreshing.
Refreshing.
All right. So, now, this one, I'm calling it done for now. We're going to see, fingers crossed, some of that color is going to pull up through the modeling paste. That's what we're hoping for. If it doesn't, that's okay too, because we can kind of come back and even blot some on if we want, or just leave it be. Sometimes that little bit of white at the end, I am okay with. See, it's all about the rules that one makes up for themselves. Just following peace. Way of life. Okay, so I'm going to dig my card out from underneath. There. It's still a little wet-ish, just from the glue. But,
sometimes that's nice for spreading.
Yes, it does. Like I said, it will reactivate. And I could have Pete go ahead and do some on this, but I want to add the thing, because then we're going to call it a done card. And then it's kind of at that state where you saw the very first one. So, looking cool. Kind of wonder, what is that green? That has to be...
Could be some acrylic.
That could be some acrylic, so that's going to be interesting.
Because that's not going anywhere.
Yeah. And then I'm going to call this the back, right? That's the back.
I don't know. I kind of like it.
Well,
I like that too.
you see, this is...
You shouldn't save those and put something crappy on the back.
I think this is our catch paper. We get so, like...
Oh, that's really good.
That's really good.
Why did you cover that up?
And I kept telling her, I'm like, would you please make me one-sided cards so I can have some say on the back side?
So, that's what I've been doing?
Yes, keeping it one-sided.
One-sided,
Although every once in a while, here, look, I bet you.
Across.
Oh, yeah, see, she's like, why is this painted that blue? Well, there's what, see?
What?
Yeah, these are supposed to be the one-sided ones. But you went blue. Some of it may have soaked through, because this is the watercolor paper.
I just went ahead and did blue because I thought it was a nice, but now remember that's brush hose, so.
Oh yeah, this will be a whole other interesting stack of things. But yeah, look, she did good. She did good. This was the stack of one-siders.
Now I have some more over here that I'm going to.
All right, I'm going to get this going because I'm telling you, we're finishing a card. We're finishing a card. Boom, boom, boom. I'm calling it. This is the back side. I'm gonna go gray to start out with. Now you notice on the one I did rainbow. That was a bit tricky. I had to use all my sponges.
Do you want my spray boo?
No. I can handle the spray. And I think what I'm going to do is...
Now remember that gray is the one that kind of squirts out from the side.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well I got the violet, which is a little dangerous. I need to put that further away. We need a bigger label on that with like a warning. Violet. Violet should always come with a warning.
Is that the blue violet?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what's really funny about it? I noticed this last night. Is it dries much quicker, even on the sponge. So look at this. You can see where I sprayed it on the sponge. Oh, you like the... Okay. Becky, she agrees with the reddish is the front. Yeah, I think so too. Just covering that up seems a little bit sad. Where, like, I've got some darkness here that'll be pretty nifty. And this is... We're sticking with our plan. Staying with the guns there.
Stay strong.
But yeah, look at how it didn't even spread in the sponge, and it dried pretty quick. And the thing is this is wild rose and sea spray mixed, but it dries pretty quick. Much quicker than the other colors. I find that fascinating. This is the stuff I think about. Anyway. I'm on a thing.
That really is not on my radar. I don't care about that.
She doesn't. But she doesn't spray like I do.
I don't.
That's why she needs a booth.
I'm a law is better. And then whatever's rolling around, pooling up there, I slap some other stuff down on it.
Bring that over here.
That's why some of those have an unintentional backside, is because of the front side.
We should call that slopping up. We've got catch paper, and then you slop it up. If your catch paper's too saturated, then you start slopping,
I always use 2 or 3 letters on my catch paper. God, I don't want to contaminate my box. Sometimes
there's got to be a funny joke in there that I don't. Okay. Yeah, we'll leave that.
Y'all can chime in anytime.
In this one, you didn't label. This is one of the new ones. Okay.
Is that the
Great,
green?
it is. That's what I'm going to use. Okay.
Well, did you see I put a little color swatch around the top of the cap?
Not this one.
Oh.
Or we switched it up and I didn't know that there was this
Oh,
launcher.
Mariah?
Yeah, don't put things on caps, because a lot of times they just end up on the bottom carousel.
I thought that was very instructive.
Yes. I'm going to go with that for right now, this very moment. So I try to keep my sponges. It's kind of like those dauber things that people use. I try to sort of keep one for each color. It does help, but they do intermingle. Then you get surprises. I'm okay with that. We're going to start out with a this, because we're going to match up a little bit over here. This is what I love doing. I know it's a little insane, but Mazzy's out there alerting us to the zombies.
Zombies are attacking.
Oh, Scrappy Doodle's here. Hello, good morning. Sorry, I am trying to kind of keep an eye on the chat, and here in a second, once P goes, I'll be more attentive to those of you in the chat. And now I'm going to be red. That's okay. We're going to do a little up here.
I'm really pretty good. I mean, I did have a little color mixing episode this morning.
Color mixing episode?
What I like about acrylic...
Did you take your medicine for that?
I didn't. I really need to.
So, Izzy will ask, well, we all ask P if she's had her taken her vitamins for the day, because it really does make quite the difference in her ability to be nice to people.
Izzy says, Gigi, have you taken your nice pills today? That's usually when I said something, you know,
like, are you kidding me? What are you doing?
Is that a good idea? I try to use that.
Yeah, we say that a
as
lot
a lead
during
in.
the day.
But sometimes it escalates very quickly to, oh my God, you did what? What are you doing? Why are you doing?
All right, adding a little mixed amber. How did dark amber? You didn't put what you mixed to make it. Probably was a multiple.
Oh yes, there wasn't room on the label. There wasn't room on the label for what went into that.
Oh, thank you, Scrappy Doodle. All right, well, hey, tell us, let us know, or send me a message, and if you want, we'll send you one of these ATCs. You can have the catch paper in an ATC form. See, that's looking pretty good.
I want to see. Oh yeah, I like it.
Now it will lighten up, so I think I might just put a little bit more on it. Why do we have two? Oh, this is dark amber, light amber. It's like burnt umber and raw.
One of them has a little more water than the other.
Oh, is that the difference here?
Oh no, you didn't have. Look, here's my new green. See the little.
All right, let me try it.
Shake it.
Oh, yeah. See, it's kind of a greeny, army greenish.
Yes, I had a lot of fun with that.
Oh yeah, because you did put a little Mr. Huey's in here.
There's a tiny.
That's why I'm shaking it.
Tiny bit.
One of the things we found, and one of the reasons we have been ordering more of the Seth Apter ink sprays or dye sprays, is that they don't require, like, that whatever pigment is in them stays suspended.
Yes, in the spray bottle, it doesn't.
That's making me a little nervous. Yeah, I'm gonna go with. See, I'm glad I did that. That would have probably been like a, oh my gosh. I'm gonna dab that up. Just tone down that red ever so slightly. I mean, obviously I want to keep it, and it would refer to the front as well. So, and I know this looks dark, but like I said, it does lighten up so much. So I try to go a bit darker. And then I think we're going to call that and say that that is mucho bueno. Man, we didn't have anything for breakfast, and I feel like I am starving to death all of a sudden. I might have to sneak away while P's doing things and
fix us some toast.
Or some toast or something. Look at that. See, once again, that's so cool.
Interesting.
So we're thinking about trying to use this whole, like when you do the sprays, it pulls it through the ink. Now this was done on an inkjet printer. So I find that very interesting. And I'm thinking about utilizing that
bit of information
for something. I have to think further upon how I want to do that, but it's interesting. This is why I say we are mad artists.
We are.
And I promise I didn't cut myself. That's just red spray. Well, and you wouldn't want this catch paper. This was actually some freezer paper, and I keep it underneath the cutting board so that when I place these under there, they don't get stuck to the paper below. So I flip it, and then it's the slicky freezer paper stuff. Now, I probably could have torn a bit more off the top, but we're just going to go with it. I love this torn edge and the bit of texture that it gives there. I don't know if you guys can kind of see that. Hopefully the lighting's pretty decent enough that you can see it. Let me know in the chat. I can I'll move that light just ever so slightly. Hope that I get a bit more. Sorry, now I'm bumping the camera, but I think that is a little better with the lighting. And then I'm going to trim this bit off. I'm kind of sad that although if I do it right now, I might be able to get some cool, yeah, there we go. And then I'll just come back in with my sponges that I used earlier and just place some of that down in there. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Cool. I call that a done ATC from Catch Paper. Again, this will most likely end up with a couple of other layers on top of it, especially with some texture things. Or one of the other cool things that we have, do you have them right there? The pieces from the cutouts of our stencils. So that might be a fun thing. So if you have like little bits, and these are, it's not garlic and herb, I promise.
Here's what one of the cards, Mariah.
Oh, so here's an end result. So these were the pieces from the, which one was this? This was the toothy looking, this was the gears.
That was the gears.
You can kind of see here we have like the long lines from that stencil that a lot of people really, really, really like. But I think that might be kind of cool. Look at that. And then what's cool is that this is Yupo. So, what that means is A, it will glue down pretty decently, and B, it will take color, because it is actually meant, it's watercolor Yupo. You can alcohol ink on it, you can do lots of things to it. So it is very cool. Oh, hello Petra! So glad you're here. And there we go. Maybe I should glue that down. I don't know. Let me know in the chat. Or here, these are just crazy. And I know it's crazy that we kept this stuff, but this is how he... Or was this one stenciled in? That one's stenciled in. Okay, so...
See. Yeah, that one's stenciled.
So this one is the paste, the modeling paste through the actual stencil. These are the pieces from when I made the stencil. But see how cool those are? Like, there was no reason to toss those out. I like that. What do you think? I can't hold it up, but
yeah. I think it's kind of busy.
She's
for a little tiny space. I think you've got too much.
There. What about that?
I like that.
Okay, we're gonna glue that down, and then that can be kind of gluing down, and we might come back at it a little bit later. But yeah, so see, you can add that texture.
Where's
with
the
just
purple
little
card?
Pieces.
The purple card is the one that has the glued down.
What are you talking about? The purple card.
The purple card with the little glued down pieces.
Oh. Yeah, and you guys, I think that was from last week, right?
That was from last week.
Okay, hold on, because I do want to show that to you. So those of you that were with us last week, oh look, it's starting to pull color.
Yay!
Yay! See it? It's kind of slight right now, but so cool. Just kind of one of the things, like if you sort of plan ahead and you know what's already down on the paper, and you use these modeling pastes, you can get...
Or your stencil has...
Or your stencil
has spray on it.
Still has little remnants. Because it hasn't either set up or, it will reactivate.
I just didn't wash the stencil.
And so we had this funny thing that we came up with. Did you write it down?
I
wrote it down.
I wrote it down.
And I'm going to, I'm going to leave you for just a second here because I want to pull out that card. And we started putting them in an album. I took over Izzy's Pokemon. Because really, she's going to be 4. And who needs, she's not dedicated to her Pokemon yet.
Really not. Oh, what did I do with that?
So, this is the one that we used the waxed dyed papers on. And you can see, they are so cool. I don't know if Lisa's with us today or not, but Serious Hecka, if you want to check her out, she makes the most awesome waxed dyed papers. This was the blue. And look at how different, once it dried, how different it looks. Or no, this was the purple. I'm sorry. This is the onion dyed, I think regular, rice paper. And then this is the wax dyed paper, the blue. But look at how different it is from just when I first glued it down. And then I came back over and actually all I did is write on this one. I didn't glue those pieces down. We talked about it. Because again, this one's stenciled through. But this was stenciled with the glaze stuff, right? Alright, so the thing that P's looking for is, here's basically the thing. We were thinking about stencils in terms of a cast iron skillet. And a seasoned stencil is like a cast iron skillet. Because you want...
It's a well-seasoned cast iron skillet.
Because, and P's going to show you some of this here once I switch over to her. Some of the really cool effects that you start getting from the texture that sort of builds up on your stencil. And it's kind of organic, and it's always ever-changing, and so is like a cast iron skillet, but you always have good flavor. That's why you don't want to wash it off.
Now, that is not true of the sprays.
Yeah, you want to get rid of those because they'll just keep visiting.
Yes, and they may visit you at an inopportune time when, you're
trying to get white
or something.
Well, or you're trying to get white flowers, and they turn out to be... Yeah. These are quite pretty, but yeah, that was not what she was anticipating.
Certainly, yeah. I wanted them to be white.
That's funny. I love it. They did it. It's really cool, though, how it came through. I mean, if you wanted to do that, it would be very hard.
It wouldn't work out like you wanted it to, just because that's the way.
But anyway, I'm going to glue my stuff down over here and just kind of fart around in the background. I'm going to switch you over to P. And you can see what she's... In fact, that was a great lead-in. It's almost like we planned this. Trust me, we didn't. I mean, we do talk about this stuff, so we kind of have a game plan.
And the thing about it is a lot of times that stuff that, we absolutely knock ourselves out sticking to some kind of a preordained schedule doesn't turn out nearly as well.
Cookie Wookie, yes, I will. She wants us. She wants some of our stencils. So just private message me either on Facebook or Instagram, and let's talk. I will even send you just some samples or something, because we're not quite there yet. But I would love to send you some samples of the stencil, and anybody else. But you've got to directly either message me on Instagram or Facebook, and I'll get with you on that.
Yeah. Now these were supposed to be a stencil. But it's another one of those happy accidents. But you can see this lovely texture that they have. That's because the acrylic paints, I don't wash these. Number one, I didn't wash them because some of the contact points were very, very tenuous and wispy, and I didn't want to lose them. And what I love about this is I can stack it to create that. But I don't know if you noticed that earlier, but the texture that you're getting on the underneath side of the stencil is from all of this mucky muck
Muckety muck.
that never got washed off.
Yeah, you got to come to PM Artist Studio for our technical terms. Muckety muck.
Smushy.
Smushy. Picking up the slop. Directly off your catch paper.
Anyway, the back sides of these are not very exciting, but I'm not even worried about that because as you saw, Mariah would probably.
That's my job.
That is Mariah. That's why it's PM Artist Studio. I do one side, she does the other side. Now, boy, that one's really, I don't know what happened there. That's pretty ugly stuff. Okay.
I don't mind that. Again, it's some of those ones that I feel are very Miami Vice. That Miami Vice theme song playing in my head when I see them. I'm like, yeah.
Okay, those are done, done from my point. I passed those across the table to Mariah, and she takes them. Did you see that?
Yeah, did you notice that, did you see that one stack and then my little blue box over here is really filling up? Because it takes time to make my little things match, and, P's, mass producing these things. In batches. I can't batch our signature thing. Well, I could, but I'm not
doing my jelly plate here anytime this.
Oh goodness! Don't be that. Oh. Oh goodness! Should I flip over to me for a second?
And boy, I've got some good stuff on here. I don't know.
That's some leftover of that stuff. I can see it, or at least I see it on the plastic.
Yeah. Just get that out of here. I don't really have I usually have something down here, but I like the...
Do you have your paper? Yeah, you do. You have it taped down.
I have it taped down, yeah. So that it's not...
Nothing worse than a
slippy,
slidey jelly plate.
I'm not even going to worry about what's on there because, it may or may not come off, and who cares? Okay, so I'm going to try to replicate, and that's always a dangerous thing. Felicia, do you see that? That's from using this. It's still on there. I just love it. It'll be lovely, whatever it is. Okay, probably should start off with trying to clean that off a little bit so I can, at least, I want to do a really dark color.
And sorry, I know your camera jiggles a bit. We don't have it mounted the same way, so just try not to be so bangy.
What do you mean?
Betty Bumper.
Oh, hitting my table?
Yeah. Cause
well, every time I turn, I hit my knee on this.
That's what it is. Okay.
The table leg.
All right, no more turning.
Perhaps. Let's make sure my...
Brayer's rolling.
Brayer's rolling.
It's always squeaking.
Okay, well, we definitely... I do not know how you get a squeakless...
No, I don't think that's...
Everybody's... Brayer squeaks slightly.
I think it's one of those things.
Okay, this is Amsterdam Indigo. And you can see how on the edges there it's, I don't know. But anyway, it's fairly translucent as you can see. Boy, I do really have quite the buildup on the edges here. I didn't realize that.
She does this. She was doing those late at night, I think, and she probably can't see as well.
Oh, I can't. I assure you I can't. Now, I'm just going to blop all of this down here, and really right now what I'm going to do is just because what I want is I want the ghost print for my... Because it's really hard to do the little cards when you're using stencils like this, but I'm really pushing those down in there because I want that impression. I don't really care about this print at all. It's incidental. If it comes out okay.
She got lucky. If not, meh.
Yeah. Whatever. But I really, 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 really want to get that. Oh, we're pulling up some stuff there.
Quite sticky.
Well, and you can see we got a couple places where it really came off, and then another couple that it really didn't.
This is the same one that you used and you glued it all together or whatever. It's got multiple layers there, lady.
Yeah. No, I did that intentionally because I wanted a lot of...
I didn't know if something was just accidentally sticking together.
Well, that too. It does. I've learned that I put this in my little plastic folder. Oh, we've got lots of good stuff going on here. Now, I'm going to just set that aside for a sec.
It's like she's done it before.
Isn't that absolutely wonderful? Now, we take some of this. I think this is what I did before. I can't remember. No, I know what I used.
I tell her to write these things down and make notes, but...
My cheap chalk paint. Say that really fast.
Cheap chalk paint. The apple barrel stuff.
Cheap chalk paint.
You keep it long enough, it smells weird.
But it's a good puller.
Hey, I think it doesn't even Robin McClendon use that there stuff.
I don't know. Does she?
I think she does.
Okay, I don't know that was all the way dry, but...
Oh, you're making me nervous.
Somewhat dry. And where's the cards I wrote?
Oh, Cookie Wookie was watching the photo transfer.
Oh, I know that's
Skid marks. She said it just had her howly laughing. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, from the she started laying off the retarder a bit. Like she knows when to use it more. Like before, she was just like all the time, like just dropping it in there.
Yeah, and the thing is that I have discovered is that you really, really, really want to mix that up in your paint prior to. And that way you create that expensive golden paint.
It's a little more open, as they say, right?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
As they say.
Takes a long time to dry, and that's what we're looking for. Now, the thing about this is... Oh.
No. Oh, hold on. You're freaking out the camera. There we go.
Boy, this one edge here is just... Now, this is the love-hate relationship that I have with my gel plate. If you try to replicate something,
well, it looks like
you laughs at you.
You still got some stuff there.
Oh, well, I'm fully intending to pull that up, yes. But look at some of this. I mean, even though it wasn't exactly...
All right, you got to hold it up to the camera. There you go. Don't come in so fast. Jeez Louise. Good. There you go. There you go. That's how people like to see things.
And I'm going to leave it there for a minute because I was accused of not letting people
I love that one end. It's almost kind of like a little leaf. I love the spattery, kind of gritty.
And see
that's got some grit.
But look at how much more good stuff there is out there. And also I should say, this is watercolor paper, some high dollar, 300 pounds.
I should say.
And I don't know that I always love the pebbly surface for picking up little details.
Yeah, it does it. If you want that more murky, fluffy, fuzzy.
Yeah, and we're going to go with this really pukey green because I'm going to use a not so transparent.
Well, and then I think you should get a little daring and put some spray in there at some point.
Well,
see what happens. It's a suggestion. If you guys like that idea,
I will
let us know in the
take it
chat.
under advisement, and I know that lid did not go on right, but
thank you, Scrappy Doodle. She says those are neat. Hey, and look at our I'm gonna switch over to me for just a second.
Well, all I'm doing is brayering. You can hear the squeaking.
Yeah. So. See, it's starting to pull more of the color through. I love that. I don't know why that entertains me so, but it does. Back to P.
All right. Well, I've certainly. I wanted to make sure that I had.
Oh, hello, Lisa. I was showing one of the cards that we had made with your papers from last week. Just a moment ago. Are you still just brayering?
I'm just brayering.
Okay, she's just brayering. So look at this, Lisa. This was the blue that we had done the modeling paste over. This was the onion dye. It used to be like a pinky purple. And look at that color. Isn't that amazing? And this is my flippy card. Like, I couldn't, like, I was like, I have to keep all of that. And then even went to the other side and look at what it did there. And it started pulling those other colors through. I don't know. I'm very in love with this card. This was going to stay in our stash for a little bit. Like, I have to, figure out how I want to release that to the world. Alright, there's back to P. Look, see? It's just laying cards down. I hope that this is working out better, and then if we can, like, while you guys are all here, if you would go ahead and like this video, that helps us out a ton. We love that you're hanging out with us and continue to doing that, and for us to know the love, click the like.
Now, the paper that I'm using right now is 140 pound smooth.
Smooth? This is not the pebbly.
This is not.
So you're hoping to get that cleaner pulp.
I'm hoping to get a cleaner, more detailed, and get a lot of those wonderful things that you saw on there.
She'll get it at the very, very end.
You know, the other thing is, it's just, you know, like living in Alaska, you got to go out and warm up your car.
You got to warm up the plate.
You got to warm up the plate because it isn't happy right
Thanks,
now.
guys. I really appreciate it. They're giving us our likes and our thumbs ups and all that good business. I don't know if any of you guys saw our journal page from this week, but it was kind of a little cheeky play on all of that. Please like, subscribe, and ring the bell. And most people got it, I think. And I don't know if Carrie's here today or not, but
my goodness.
Oh, and it went blurry. Why does it do that? There we go. Hold it back up. Or are you gonna?
Well,
yeah, she's got a pole.
If I don't, I may have some.
You won't get the good stuff.
Well, I may have more than I wanted here because I will have my paper attached to my plate because it's a lot stickier than I thought it would be. Like I said, I don't even remember what was on the bottom.
Oh, there was a corner that was like, nope, still staying.
I will show you what I did with the corners because I do finally get fed up with it.
It wasn't ready yet. Well, and we've seen some people do the tape thing, which I think I want to try at some point.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh, best one for
Alicia,
last.
this is for you.
That little cross-hatchy stuff. So cool. So cool.
Well, like I said, I don't even know what I did this stencil for.
Alright, they're floppy hands.
Okay. Is this good?
Yes, I think so. Turn a little to the side. The other side. There we go. Look at that.
Is that not gel printing perfection? And the thing is you just have to have a lot of stuff on your plate. Now, I do still have some stuff here, but I'm going to go ahead and put down another dark layer here.
Oh, she says, oh, it could be like a little bird's nest. You're right, Scrappy Doodle.
Oh, up in the corner
like a little bird nesty thing. Oh, thank you, Kylie. She says, I use tape. Oh, she does the tape thing, and she uses in her journal. Yeah, we've seen a few people. Our good friend Peg over at Two Crows, she did a video not too long ago. It's like, yeah, we need to do that. Well, that's more P. I mean, whether she wants to do it or not.
Okay, just blurbed out way more there than I need. But
oh, yeah, you did.
We'll be using that, but it will not be wasted.
Remember last week we kept the blob.
Now, one of the things that I did the other day, and look at this paper, what's starting to show up here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's some good stuff.
We got brayer papers like nobody.
Okay, I like mixing this metallic with the, and even though I get some...
So did you tell them what that was?
What? I showed it.
It's the pearls.
Here, you read it.
Okay, I'll let her swish her brayer around, and then I'll show you guys. So this is some of the new stuff that we've gotten.
Determined that I'm going to get something.
And it's the Ising pearls, and a little bit goes a long way.
Boy, I will say.
Because I even just put just a little blop on the back of a card, because I wanted that acrylic paint to be there to strengthen one of my little for the ATCs. So like when I did the flippy business, I did one that was like this, and so I just did the pearl stuff along the back side of it to strengthen it up. It's a nice thing about acrylics. So look at that. Man, and once that thing is done, we need to do something with it. Once it can't be.
Yes, once it no longer functions.
So,
again, I'm using the smoother watercolor paper.
obviously, it pulls a bit better. So, like, the thing...
out. So, two of them are...
Oh, a half and half. You'll get to see a side-by-side comparison.
Okay,
again.
well, let's use Pukey Green.
Oh, what about the kind of laid canvas paper? You have
I don't have any more of that. It's not already had something done to it. Let's try. Oh, I don't really care. Mariah has to deal with that side.
See?
We can muck it up. She can fix it.
I think I'm gonna, if we do like this, kind of flipping back and forth between our tables, I will get a better mount for the camera, so it's not bibbly-bobbly.
Okay, now there's some stuff happening. Let me pull them all because I'm
afraid. Yes,
I'm afraid they will.
Are you gonna get the corner this time? Nope, a little bit more. That corner's staying.
Just work away at it.
Chipping away.
Oh, look at that.
Ooh. Are you gonna do some of your black paper?
I should.
Looky there. Ooh, I like that. And normally we're always like, oh, it's the pukey green paper. Well, P loves that color. She really does. It's like totally in her. I don't know about it. You gotta convince me. That convinced me that I like it with the blue.
All right, let's get some of this on here real quick.
And I have your pearls over here when you need it.
Because I still have a little bit on my roller here that I did not roller off.
And I'm always telling her I want her to leave some of that. Like, I don't know why we have to mix so much. I don't know.
Okay, I'm not mixing.
I'm across the table gel plate printer.
Yeah. Backseat driver printer.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to clear that off because I don't really... Okay, here we go.
Oh, yeah. See, yeah, she said it would be gorgeous on... Scrappy Doodle says it would be gorgeous on black because it'd be like a galaxy. Thank you, guys. I'm getting some love from Lisa and Kim and Becky. Yeah, the pearl stuff is cool, Becky. Like, we're always a little hesitant on kind of these new products and stuff. But man, this is one that was like, yeah, okay, we see why people like it.
No kidding. Okay, well, I'm going to have to go with my Pebbles stuff because that's all I have. Oh, somebody said...
The black, look at her, got her little pinned up things. It's just off camera, but she's got a little file system here.
Oh, I don't know what I did with my black. Well, here's some gray.
Those are the ones I was talking about. Yeah, what did you do with your black? Did you use them up? Darn it. Sugar?
No, I've got them here somewhere. I don't know where they are.
Well, see, this is why she needs me next to her. Finding
okay, and
things.
here's some really ugly green. I just picked out some colors that,
Yeah, we have this paper that it just sits in there and we never know what to do with. Because it comes in those packs, always the stuff left over. Yes, so Lisa was asking, can she get the same effect with the Liquitex, the iridescent?
Oh yes, and I have.
She loves that stuff.
I'm down to about this much, and I ordered a new bottle.
Definitely, Lisa, definitely. So it's kind of a preference of what do you have and what do you have on hand, or if you're looking to buy something new.
And don't worry, guys, I'm going to show you these in just a sec. I'm not really crazy about them.
She's not oohing and awing. But, once that dries up, it may be amazing.
Whatever is a good first layer. But
yeah.
Here, this is probably the most successful one.
Okay, yeah. So the other way. There you go. Perfect. And it looks really good with our... How are you guys liking our new little backgroundy things? And what I paid the gamer people to make.
I mean,
sell what at Michael's, Christy? The Liquitex, the iridescent? I'm assuming that's what you meant to say. Yeah, she's Scrapdoodle, so kind of plain compared to the others. Yeah, there's not a lot of high contrast there. And this is more about subtlety.
So I do have some chipboard. I do not know. I mean, you know, this is like a total mystery. I have my black here. I don't know what happened to it. Who knows? Okay, so we've got some stuff on the plate here. Is that still in frame, Mariah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you got your flowers there on the black.
That's what I'm going to use. I'm going to go ahead and do something on the other side, even though you say that I should not do that. This is what happens a lot of times. I don't have stuff cut out. And
Petra says that the moving parts on the background are distracting.
the what moving part?
Well, maybe I can ask them to either slow it down or just have a simple one for the frame.
Oh, on the...
Yes, my cool little... Remember, these are gamer people. Brad was asking, he's like, does it have, like, sound effects? And, you know, is it moving and doing, like... And I was like, no. Thank God.
Okay, I'm going to do something here that's real kind of risky.
Remember, the sound effects are always free.
This has been modeling pasted.
Modeling pasted. We've got a gray, a black, a brown.
And I'm hoping that...
Or is that another black?
The reason I didn't put down a
green
stencil is because I'm hoping for some stenciling to occur with my modeling paste and then get something on the card also.
Is that better, guys? They don't like the moving background.
Makes me a little sad. Will make you, like, pukey. Oh, my goodness. Y'all saw that before I put it down there? Check this out. And then what's really lovely is look at what I have. Okay. Happy accident.
Ooh. And there, and I don't have the distracting frame. I moved it off. There you guys go. See, asking you shall receive. I'm not offended by it.
Look at that little edge right there. Isn't that the coolest thing? And look. It's like a little...
Ooh. I love that. Cool flowers.
Cool flowers. But now look what I've got.
Thank you. Hey, Kylie, that is, that's one of our stencils that we made. It started out as a stamp.
Okay, so what are we thinking about background here? I've got some really nice...
Squiffy fit. They love your terms.
Hey, I'm really impressed. It's like, it's a double. You get... Okay, I've got
and Petra likes this setup a lot better than last week. Cool. All right. Well, you know, we're
we watched the video and we kind of felt the same way. I felt like I was being... I didn't know where to look. Oh, there's some awesome... I just mixed that up this morning.
Yes, you did.
And then I've got my wonderful... I think this is really what I'm leaning towards is the taupe. Grayish, taupey on top of all this loveliness here.
Oh, yeah, do it. I feel like you might be waiting too long. I don't know.
Oh, no, it's okay. Needs to dry.
Oh, okay.
Because then we can pull it all up. So I'll take time to put my lids back on my Play-Doh containers. Which, if you have small children, don't throw these little things away.
Yeah.
They're really quite nice.
I almost had them in the recycle bin because I was just, like, so sick of them. And then I asked P, I'm like, I know the answer is probably yes. But,
Okay, so here's my idea, Mariah. Listen to this.
Okay.
So we've got these really flimsy,
wimpy it's just
cards. So, every one of these, I'm just going to do this on some of my copy paper.
Okay, I can
glue
glue it down.
So then you can cut it out.
Yes.
And put those.
Kind of like that one card that I did. It was from just, you know, gel plate pulls. Like off of, like, just the regular paper. And I did that one card. And I'll flip over to me here for just a second after I find that card that I did. And that'll help you guys better understand sort of what we're talking about with how to layer and take. So if you are just using your regular poles off of paper, copy paper, which is the hammer mill. And I think, Lisa, weren't you talking about, oh, hello, Leslie. Leslie's here. Thank you, Leslie. She loves the colors. Yeah, we're getting some good colors now. We had a moment of just some very monochromatic subtlety, and then P really pulled it through on that last one.
Well, I'm talking to my plate.
She's talking.
Developing a relationship.
I turned off
here.
the crazy background. I mean, there it is back on me. I'll turn it off. 1 second.
All right. So the plan
There we
here
go.
is to go ahead and pull this on plain paper.
But see, this was a plain one. Okay, I'm gonna switch back over. She's pulling. Sorry, guys. There we go.
Okay, you saw what was down. It was from the cards that I had used modeling paste on.
And they had a little bit of that crisscrossy. It's not really canvas texture, but it's laid.
Yeah, it linen.
Linen, there we go.
Fabric-y looking stuff. Now maybe we'll get some of that good stuff on the edges here, because that was pretty. And all of these that are in the modeling, or in the Play-Doh containers, have added retarder and, well, that's not exactly what I had anticipated, but I don't hate it.
That's pretty cool. And I think when it dries up, more of that will show through. I feel like that.
Because we've got a lot of stuff on that particular plate there. I do love those colors together, though. I think they're nice and soft.
But see, what I can do is I can take that and...
It does. Can you see that little bit of shimmer?
And that was from that pearls. The pearly.
Uh-huh. It really tends to pull.
Yes, it will be a good background to build upon, or like I can come in and cut out those flowers or cut out some of those shapes. And like I said, I'm going to switch over to my camera real quick. That's how I ended up creating this. Like, I cut these pieces out, and I don't know that it's showing through all that well. Hopefully it is, that I pieced these together. And it even has a piece that comes out there. So you can do some cool collage-y, stacking and whatnot with them. Alright, what's next, P? What are we doing? We are at an hour, so, I mean, if we wanted to... We've done...
I'm just going to stay with the blues.
We made the card. Now you're seeing how we make more pieces to add to the cards. That's the key piece that we're hoping that comes across here to everyone that's watching and going, well, how does this apply to the ATCs? And it's like, well, all of it does. From pulling just either regular pulls from your copy paper or whatever it is that you have on hand. Those last ones that P did with a little bit of texture, those are just 12 by 12 scrapbook paper cut down. Comes in those sets that, there's always some crazy colors that are like, I don't know what to use that for. But that sort of thing. Did you sand the cards? Yes. So, here P's gonna, you're gonna pull that right now. Yes. Anytime you're using, like, the playing cards, if they are new cards, it is best to sand them. They will take the paper better. It'll be less squishy, and work a lot better for you. I like leaving a little bit of the designs and things behind just in case I want to show something, have it show through a little bit. I have a video that I'm going to be posting on Monday that does a little bit of that, ever so subtly. I feel like this is going to be a good one. Alright, while she's laying those down and rubbing them and you know, all of that.
All that nonsense.
All that nonsense. So see, I have glued down the little pieces. This is the card that we made from start to finish, Christy. You know, you were a little bit late, but see how much this is lightened up. And I love how it comes up to that edge there. And I'm very, very happy with how that. You can even see the glue a little bit pulled the color. I don't mind that so much. Hopefully you guys are seeing that okay. Let me know when I need to... Oh, he's pulling.
Okay. I love that.
Yes. Yep.
I love these big
swirls with that nice contrast.
Wonderful metallic stuff coming through. Look,
okay, slow down there.
Oh, sorry.
Captain. There we go.
Okay, now you saw what I did. I left my stencil down. I went ahead and just brayered on top of it.
Just gonna do it again. I'm gonna try to get one more of those. One more time.
No, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this up. The reason I did that is because it forces that paint into those.
And that's how you get those halos.
Halos.
That's what we call them.
And sometimes it's better than others. And boy, there's a lot of stuff, good stuff going on. All right, I'm just going to kind of hang out here and let this dry a little bit. And
here, show them that now. Because for some reason, your lighting is way better over there. I don't know what the deal is on mine.
That's because I actually have a light.
Well, and you have the window.
I do, and I have a nice window. And Mariah can't open hers because of things.
Well, it messes up the other.
But you can see it's very subtle.
But it's pulling those colors through.
And this was the fresher your paint, the more you get the pour through.
So that's why, you know, and this one's already dried. So if you want to do the gluing, and then you're done with the one side and want to put that texture on, you'll get more to pull through.
Yes.
Because the glue has activated the sprays again. Especially if you use, like, the PVA glue, because it's already more watery. And takes a little bit longer to dry. But for the purpose of us getting through the video quickly and all of that, or through the stream, I went ahead and used the art glitter glue, so it dried a little bit faster. I knew I wasn't going to have that squishing around. Is this going to be a good one?
I have no idea. I'm just picking up some of these ones that I really didn't like so very much.
Oh.
I don't know what it's going to pull. Again, this pebbly, I'm telling you, I need to order more of that linen finish.
Well, and maybe tell everybody, I mean, obviously, you know,
because I want to, don't let me forget to show them the ones that I just pulled and then used the Stabilo thing and made really cool little
leaves?
Shadowy things.
The leaves and stuff?
No.
What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I don't know where they are right now. Just a sec. I gotta get these up.
At least this is, she likes that your outfit is matching the, matching your poles.
Well, I don't know. I really like that one.
I tell you what, this is gonna look good, and I'm sure, I feel the eye roll. I want to eye roll. One of these days I'm actually going to start the Shibori journal, but I feel like those would go very well with it.
And I can just see stenciling. I mean, these are not like...
I got to just take them away from P before she turns them into something completely.
Well, we've always got that side, Mariah.
Well, no, I want that. I think it's going to go... Well, no, not those. I like the darker blue ones.
Yeah, me
too. For the Shibori journal.
Okay, now this is cool. The watercolor paper.
I was going to say, can you hold your plate up there? But it's stuck there.
No, I can't because it's... I don't have it on a piece of. I don't. Well, I used it on my other. I just want a tiny little bit that I'm crud.
I was wondering that, Lisa, because I was actually I almost made that comment in the last journal. She says she tries to match her nails to whatever project she's doing in her videos, and we both commented. She's like, "Oh man, those are really cool nails, and it looks really good with that."
Look at those.
That looks good with that journal. So good job.
Okay, I'm going to put down my hoop-de-doo thing again.
The hoop-de-doo, also known as the masking stencil. This was the part that was supposed to be. And what's funny is we've now miniaturized this particular one, and
it's still a bit floppy.
Yeah, it's still requiring a little work, but
yeah,
we're getting it there. Hey, I like that. We may need to cut you out some more, parts like that.
I'm telling you, I use these all the time. And I like them because you can stack them.
Oh, hey, Carrie. We had mentioned you earlier when we were talking about our journal prompt this last week, our journal page we created about our shameless self-promotion. I mean, if you're on YouTube, that's what you got to do, I think.
Well, we can't get anybody else to promote it.
Yeah, so. Who's going to do it?
It's kind of like my mother used to buy her own Christmas presents because my dad was terrible at it. But she would put it under the tree and put to Louetta from Bob. He was always very surprised. Okay, I love that. Because you can see I'm still getting some of that texture from
the pebbly bits.
The pebbly bits of the stencil. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Boy, we got blue coming out our ears now. I think we've transitioned from our purple, because it was like everything was purple, or that snot green there for a while. I kind
of have a tendency, and it's the same way with my stencils. Now, I'm going to go ahead and brayer this before because this is getting very, very dark, and I want to take up some of that. And the nice thing about this paint is
Christy says it's hard to wait for it to dry, because you just want to get that pole, but yeah, you gotta, the timing.
It is, and can you see my little marks here, my little crosses from
the cards? I like that.
Cards. Okay, so let me show these while that's drying adequately. But this just leaves...
Oh, all right, Lisa. I like how you operate. She says it would look really good in her celestial journal that she's working on. You'll get some happy mail. See, all you guys have to do is ask and you shall receive.
Right, okay. What are we thinking about pulling this with?
I might even flex some of them with some,
Gold! That's what I need.
Well, I'll do the watercolor flecking, and I'll do some, are you more silver or gold on the cards?
I've got silver. I should probably use silver.
I'm talking to Lisa. I know you're going to do whatever you're going to do over there. I don't agree with that, but...
I'm doing it.
Yeah, she's going like the Dallas Cowboy colors here. Oh, she likes the silver. Okay, well, then these might be some of your cards, too. But I think what would be cool, if this does work out properly, I don't know if it's going to. I don't know. We'll see. But I think it might be cool to then go and fleck that really light silver Fine Tech watercolor on them.
Ye of little faith.
I am having a little ye of little faith.
Ye of little faith, yeah. Now, this really wasn't what I planned.
No. Oh, that's going to be interesting with the flowers.
Well, I already done one.
Well, I know. I'm just wondering, like, on that particular card with this color combination and such.
Oh. That's a good push down. Some good texture going there. These little hummers.
Is that one corner? If you pull, it's still there.
It's still there.
Oh, I love the flowers. Oh, those are beautiful. Oh, liking that. It's interesting.
Oh, come on.
It's that darn green paper. I don't know. It's kind of non-committal. It's like, is it army green? Not really. Is it brown? No. It's just like...
Yeah, I probably should have let that dry a little bit longer.
Well, stop braining it so much.
I'm doing it. I'm touching it very lightly. Touching it very, very lightly. I'm hoping to get some of these crusty bits.
Oh, Becky's loving it. Christy's loving it. Yeah, that last pull. Well, not the very last one because it's on that stupid green paper, but the 3 prior to that. 3 out of 4. It's good.
All right, I'm going to give really lots of pressure so that we get up some of the.
She's hoping for those bits.
Edges.
Sorry, we're getting the rocky motion on the table.
Sorry.
Promise I will. I'll have it mounted better next week.
Well, it needs to be mounted off table.
Well, like mine is. We just have to get a different arm. Tell you what.
Well, I'll tell you what. That is just not giving up the ghost.
Well, what we need to do is just pull. Why didn't I do that? I could have pulled your arm from your one over there. You leave the post, and then it goes in the little... You have to give up...
That's with silver, which you don't even see any of the silver.
You do a little bit. If you hold it properly, there you go. That's the direction.
There's a proper hold.
There is a proper hold. You landed it like a good gymnast there, Chi-Chi.
I'm going to bring my stick up here so I can reach across the table.
She wants her stick. I'm going to have to hide the stick. She has a stick in the office.
This is when we're designing paper.
Yes, that's her pointer stick.
Okay, well, I'm really thinking that, unless I dig out I have my beautiful... I should show them that just because they can see.
Everybody's loving. Thank you, guys. And Christy said I need to stop being so judgy with the green.
Thank you, Christy. Yes.
Maha and Lisa and Kim and Kylie and Leslie, everybody, they're loving it.
I just think we got some good stuff today.
Good stuff,
and again,
y'all. This
is going to be the back of a card, possibly.
And here, once again, we're gel plate printing.
I just can't. And I've still got some lovely crusty bits here.
And that corner, it just was not giving it to you, man. What?
I should talk about what I did with the crusty bits that I took off of my big one.
Oh, yes, that one. I even saw it on the table. I think she was trying to hide it from me. I
was. Because you were going to tell me not to do anything. Okay, these
Okay,
two.
slow down there.
I have to get them so I can hold them. You can still see them.
All right.
You see this?
There you go. That's perfect.
And this? That's from the edge of my other gel plate. And this over here is also the edge of my gel plate. And then the backgrounds for these were from Izzy. And this is craft paper mounted onto...
Which backgrounds were they from Izzy?
Well, she was using a bit of... you can see there's some sparkle in there.
Oh, is this when you guys were doing the squares the other day?
No, this was when she was using the...
Carrie likes the crust. Yeah, those crusty bits. You just can't. I mean, I think that's all like gel plate printers. They all want it.
And here's the other thing that I wanted to talk about. Okay, this is the laid.
I love these.
The laid.
Okay, slow down.
Linen.
Slow down.
Am I slowing down?
There we go. Now turn it a little bit in the right. There you go.
And then I took my Stabilo black pencil and just...
I love these so much.
It around with... Oh, I'm telling you, this is another one of those life-changing tools. Little silicone pointed things that you can smush stuff around with. Here's the other side.
Okay, bring them down just a bit. There. Well, yeah. Sorry, towards your body.
Oh.
There you go. But yeah, that's good. Look at that. I don't know why I love these. And I think that, like, they should be done. Because they're just, I love them like this. I love them like this so much.
Okay, I don't always agree with you, Mariah. But in this case, I do.
Yeah.
They're just so, and all it was
Cookie Wookie gave us a great heart. Yes, we love.
It was stuff that was on my plate, that I was just getting it off, and I just had this extra piece.
And what's so crazy is there's not really, this is visual texture. There isn't all that much actual texture there. It's done through shadow. I mean, obviously there's that kind of crazy laid.
Yes, the texture from the background.
But other than that, the rest of it is all done through the image, which is just mind-blowing. I wish you guys could feel these and see them and touch them, because
you can see the crusty bits of my gel plate.
I mean, I was just so impressed with those.
And this is one that I did a double thing on, and I just shadowed in on the stencil. But I do, and I'm handing these off to Mariah. The only thing I'm thinking about is a layer of matte.
Maybe.
Matte medium to just really. Okay, now I don't really think, I can do this real quick because I've got, okay, here's some that from that other pull. And see, you just think it's going to happen again. And it just, look at that. Is that not just wonderful? These, the only reason I don't have them in the finished pile is because I wanted to do just a little bit more on the back. But look at that. Isn't that wonderful?
See, and sometimes I don't understand the front to the back.
Okay, what am I doing here? Okay, that's just really ugly. But it's got some modeling paste on it, and I'm, I should have had those out, putting those on the gel plate. You don't bat 100%. I mean, and I'm showing you some of my stuff that is like a work in progress. And I'm not sure how those ended up on the very end there. I think it was from a flop.
A flop?
A flop. Okay, I've been working on that a little bit on the back. This one's going to be absolutely lovely.
I like that side.
Yeah.
That one's okay.
This is my new transparent orange, and,
it's very yellow.
Transparent, Oh, but look at this. Isn't this wonderful?
That's fantastic. I don't know what's happening there. I mean, I like it, but I don't like it with, like I said, sometimes it's two sides to a card.
it just requires, and you could take one of these other flimsy dudes that I have.
I know, but I struggle with that because it's like, well, am I covering up something? I tell you, there's this one card that P saved, and because it went back and forth between us over the last couple weeks.
But see, this would be nice on the back.
Oh, yes. Okay, I agree with that.
And I also have a lot of my roll-off over here that's in the same color range. That's what's nice. Keep your roll-offs, because then you can hook them on the back and cover up.
It's a little more matchy.
Ugly crud like that.
And it tends to be matchy, which I love.
And, yeah. Big into the matchy.
Big into the matchy.
And I'm going to duplicate that effect someday. I just, the thing about gel plating is you just think you've got it figured out, and
here, let's show the two cards that were
finalized.
Now, I don't know. I may end up doing something on the white bits on the one side, but look at how beautifully it pulled the color through. We're going to wrap this up. We are at our hour and a half. Sometimes we go a little bit longer, but I think this is a good point.
I think it feels finished.
It feels right.
Anybody want to see anything else?
Yeah, let us know in the chat before we head out. But if you are new to the stream, kind of popped in, we'd still love you to like the video if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Make sure you ring that bell, because guess what? We do this each week. And we drop some other videos. If we can.
Okay, I can't find the seafoam.
Oh, I got the one.
Oh,
there.
I was going to say, my God, I really am losing my mind. I have some black, what is it called? Chipboard.
Yeah, what happened?
Is MIA.
Usually we blame Izzy, but she hasn't been up here today, so she can't blame her.
Unfortunately. Okay, I just wanted to show you that this is
Oh, thank you, Kylie. Thank you guys for watching.
Amsterdam
Really.
Indigo. And then Seth's Seafoam in the pearly.
Yeah, we're
and
fans.
Big fans. And the thing about it is if you don't have to use this full strength out of the bottle. Obviously, you can mix it with stuff. I've also mixed it with this stuff, which dilutes it down.
And that's what you guys were asking about earlier, or Lisa was talking about. That's the Liquitex, the iridescent. Yeah. So you get a very similar, you can turn whatever acrylic paint you have into the shimmery.
It's not quite as wowsy. It's a little more subtle, which sometimes I really actually kind of like that. And I wish Liquitex made this in heavy body. I've yet to find it in heavy body.
Yeah, so let us know if you're watching this back in the replay. Let us know in the comments. And then if you guys do come back and do a little rewatch or whatever, it does take some time for the stream to go to like a regular video situation. But leave us a comment. Let us know which card you love, and if you are interested in us sending you one. Then also let me know via direct message somehow. So I think, hello, Darla, coming in at the very end there. Hello, and happy to have you in the chat. But I think we are going to wrap this up. We really do appreciate you guys coming back each week. I mean, this is kind of, you guys are our Saturday crew. We love that.
Yes, we feel like your family.
Yeah, we do. And throughout the week, if there's something you guys want to see, let us know. We have some new products, too, that are coming in that we purchased and probably will play with.
Oh, yes, and I want to do these.
So we got to play with them during the week to figure out different ways.
You know, I just got them yesterday afternoon late, and I had to prep for the video. I kept looking at them, and they called my name.
But she stayed focused, y'all. She stayed focused. I'm really proud of her.
This place looked like an explosion. It always does.
That's pretty much true.
Oh, here, I wanted to get these, recapping.
Oh, goodness. The recap. 30 minutes later.
I mean, look at that. If Alicia, if you're still there, I just love those little screen things that you sent me because, I mean, they are just so awesome.
Oh, Carrie, she's just like our clocks changed. I didn't even think about that for some people. Oh, yes, I know. It drives us crazy. My week has been nuts, like trying to...
Yeah, the baby doesn't want to... Oh, but look at that. Look at that.
On that pukey green. All right, y'all. I'm gonna shut her down because she's gonna just keep going.
I can go on and on.
I'm gonna go ahead and put our nifty little. Look at that. I'm putting the end screen on.
Okay. Bye, y'all.
Bye.